Okay, so we're gonna find the slope between these 2 points. This is just like your number 11 on your worksheet. So this point is 0, 3, because we always list the x coordinate first and then the y, and this point is 2, 0. So when I'm teaching my class, I just say, how do we get from this point to this point? And you can only follow a grid. You can't use the diagonal, right? So in this case, to get from here to here, we'd have to go down 1, 2, 3. So down 3, and we have to go right 1, 2. Right 2. So that's your slope, -3/2. And if you look over here, I wrote positive and negative on top, positive and negative on the bottom. So when you're dealing with the slope, if you're going up, if you're counting up from right to left, like if I was going from this point to a point up here, I would have to go up. So the top would be positive. And if I'm going right, it's also positive. If I have to go left, it's negative. If I have to go down, it's negative. Okay, so we're going to do another example, which is the example from your number 13, or number 12. And I've lost, oh, there it is. Hang on. So your number 12 is, it looks like this. Here's x, here's y, and it's the point 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So you have a point here that's at 4, -2, and you have another point at 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then your line is connecting through these two. So it's the same thing. I always start with the furthest left point and then go to the right point. That way, it's just easier for me to just be consistent. So this is the point 0, 5, -5. So I have to go up 1, 2, 3, right? And then I have to go right. So first we're gonna go up 3, so it's positive. And then I have to go right 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this case, our slope would be positive 3/4. And if you want to get that as a decimal, you just divide 3 divided by 4. 3 divided by 4 equals 0.75. And the slope is positive because it's going up from left to right. If it's a negative slope, it's going down from left to right. All right, the next one is number 13, which is a little bit different. So 13 is just a vertical line. And vertical lines have a special slope. This is just a vertical line at x equals 3, y is 0, right? At the point 3, 0. And if you notice, the y value changes, but the x value is always 3. So in this case, the slope is undefined. And that's undefined because no matter what y is, anytime you have no change in x, there's no difference in x. So the x change is going to be 0. So if you try to divide 3 divided by 0, you're going to get no solution on your calculator, or you're going to get an error message because you can't divide a number by 0. And the official formula for slope is the change in your y values divided by the change in your x values. Okay, so that's the formula for the slope. You've also seen it like y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Those are just your coordinates. I hope I'm not confusing you, but when it's a vertical line, the slope is undefined, okay? If it's a horizontal line, like the number in number 14, there's a horizontal line in number 14 and it's at -2, right? In that case, the x value changes, but the y value stays the same. So if you have, no matter what you have for your x value, right? So in this case, your slope would be always -2 on top, divided by whatever your x values are, right? So, oh, sorry. In this case, your y value never changes, and the denominator, the x value, does change, right? So 0 divided by any number is always going to be 0. So in this case, there's no slope. When it's a horizontal line, it's just no slope, or the slope equals 0. And I'm using m because in the formula, in any formula for regarding slope, slope is always written as an m. So like in the slope-intercept form of a line, if you haven't learned this yet, I think you probably have, y equals mx plus b. B is your y-intercept and m is your slope. Okay, we'll stop there and I'll do another one.